You search for how to find an API key in GitHub. The first thing to know is GitHub doesn't call it that. It uses personal access tokens. So let's go create one. I'm opening a browser and typing in github.com. If you're not signed in yet, type your username and password now. Once you're on the main page, look at the top right corner. That's your profile picture. Click it, a drop-down opens, choose Settings. The Settings page loads, Urians. On the left sidebar, scroll all the way down past Appearance, past Notifications, until you see Developer Settings. Click that. This next screen has all the token and app options. Under Personal Access Tokens, you'll see two choices, Fine-Grained Tokens and Tokens Classic. Click Fine-Grained Tokens. I don't use classic tokens unless some old tool forces me to, because fine-grained tokens let you pick exactly which repositories and permissions they get. They're the safer default. On the right, click the green Generate New Token button. The token configuration page opens. The first field is token name. Type something that tells you what this token is for. I'm entering my API integration. Under that is expiration. This is not a convenience setting, it's a security control. Pick the shortest window that works. For a one-off script, 7 days is plenty. For a long-running automation, 90 days at most. Never pick no expiration. That leaves a credential sitting around with no end date. Now the part where most people mess up. Repository access. Don't leave it on public repositories, and don't pick all repositories unless you absolutely have to. Choose only select repositories, then click the drop-down and pick the one repo this token needs. Scroll down to permissions. This is the whole reason to use fine-grained tokens. Every row is a category, and you set the access level one by one. Grant the minimum needed. If the integration only reads repository contents, set contents to read only and leave everything else at no access. A token that can read a file should not be able to delete a repository. That's exactly what happens when a token with write access leaks. Scroll to the bottom and click Generate Token. GitHub creates the token and shows it in a green box at the top of the page. Copy it right now. This is the only time GitHub displays the full token. There is no reveal button later, so paste it into your password manager or a secure note. Treat it like a password, don't put it in a tutorial, a repo, or a screenshot. Now I'm opening a text editor to show how this token goes into an API request. The header line reads authorization : bearer space your token. Replace the placeholder with the actual string you just copied. And if you're using GitHub Actions, don't hard code the token in the workflow file. Store it as a secret instead. I'm opening the repository now. Click Settings. When the Settings page loads, click Secrets and Variables in the left sidebar. Then click Actions. Click New Repository Secret, name it gh_token, and paste the value in. The workflow then references it as secrets.gh_token. Back on the fine-grained tokens list, you can see every token you've created. The path is the same. Profile picture, settings, developer settings, personal access tokens, fine-grained tokens. Each token shows its name, access, and expiration. If you see one you don't use anymore, open it and click Delete. Confirm the deletion. A stale token is a hole in your account. If you ever need a classic token for an older integration, go to Settings, scroll down and click Developer Settings. Click Personal Access Tokens, then click Tokens Classic. From there, choose Generate New Token, then Generate New Token Classic. I only reach for this when a tool explicitly doesn't support fine-grained. For a lot of GitHub Actions workflows, you don't need a personal access token at all. GitHub provides a built-in token called GitHub_token. Use that when it has enough permissions, and skip creating a PAT. If you're building an app for an organization or multiple users, create a GitHub app instead of sharing one personal token. And one last thing, if a token ever gets committed to a repository, revoke it immediately. GitHub scans public repos for leaked tokens and will revoke them, but don't wait for that. If this was helpful, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.